What advice would you give from your own experience, from your own rich experience of life, to these people who are going through that patchy surface? Because it's very easy, to just sit back and sulk, but it takes a lot of courage to actually go down there and do whatever it takes. So what would be your advice to such people at such overwhelming times?
A great question. In all businesses, we all will go through different highs and lows, right? That's just the nature of the business. My own learnings and learnings which I've got from others is that when you're going through a high, that's when you have a roof on your head, and when it's raining and you have roof on the head, that's the best time to prepare for the lows, which means you actually have a good support system. So first of all, make people count. Have that team which is your source of energy, both energy you give and energy you get back, right? So making sure every team member of you is counted, both not only from a business point of view, both from an emotional and a psychological support is very important. Second is about making sure you invest a lot in your own physical fitness, because just physical fitness and sports in general is a great muscle you can develop, both to tackle mental illnesses and also to build that tenacity when times are tough. Because what happens in sports, right, there are times you will win and there are times in which you lose, and it teaches you what to do when you lose, because it's not like you have lost. On that day your performance wasn't that great, or somebody's performance was better than that. So you depersonalize it and just take it in that way to say, maybe I need to train more, maybe I have to understand what my competition is, maybe I want to kind of put in more and more hours, or maybe it's a different kind of training. Maybe you trained enough but you just trained, you had the wrong program. So investing in your physical fitness is a tool you will use in your life, both to tackle illnesses and businesses. The third is about breaking it down into small moments of success, right? Meaning for every loss you may have some wins, right? So when the times are low, go reflect back on the wins, because you need that positivity, right? You need that positivity of what winning looked like, right? And when you go and reflect on that, it infuses positive energy, and makes you think more positively, more powerfully, more passionately, right? So that's what the third thing I would highly recommend, right? So all the way from making people count in your team, leaning on them and leaning for them. Second is investing in really your physical fitness, so that way you are able to build that muscle and be able to basically deal with losses. And then lastly, just reflecting on wins and making sure you're keeping a record of your wins, because very soon you kind of start losing track of that. And lastly, the overwhelming thing in business is always go to the lowest denominator, and your lowest denominator and the most important denominator is your customers. So anytime you have created a product, make sure you go talk to those customers to say, is that product solving the problem the customer has, or is that the product trying to solve something you think which will solve for them, but it's not, right? And in times of low, if you go back to that denominator and go and talk to a few customers, you will get the biggest source of truth, and that will help you just either pivot or persevere in your path.